morning, Grizzlies!
Today is Monday, March 31st. I'm Marissa.
I'm Olivia.
And here's what's going on at CHS today.
Today is National Anesthesia Tech Day.
Cesar Chavez Day.
Eiffel Tower Day.
Bunsen Burner Day.
Crayon Day.
Farm Workers Day.
And Tater Tot Day.
Hey Grizzlies, it's Mr. Marshall coming at you with PBIS. That's right, the Positive Behavior System. And we are here to draw some clause names. Hey Olivia.
Yeah.
Do you know your clause?
Yeah. Come prepared, live responsibly, act safely, work together, show respect.
Not to that chicken. And in this box are the names for who? Zeke Rangel, come to room 65, get a prize.
John Wilson.
How about Anthony Howell? I wonder if he's related to Thurston Howell.
Michaela Valdez.
And Mackenzie Sampson. Thank you for following the clause. Come to room 67, 65 to get your prize.
College career news. Scholarships. Make sure you visit bit.ly/centralhs scholarships to apply.
FAFSA/CATA, the deadline has been extended to April 2nd. Email Ms. Lind for more information.
Stay in the know and be sure to follow CentralHS_college career on Instagram.
Hey Grizzlies, it's time for a spirit attack. That's right. A spirit attack this week is Miss Hope. Congratulations. And you never know, teachers, when a spirit attack is coming your way.
Spirit attack! This is my first spirit attack ever. I'm gonna cry a little bit. Oh, thank you.
Club news. Interact. Would you like to join our fundraiser in Marketplace at the Raising Cane's tomorrow, April 1st? You can apply code RCFUN96 to online or app orders at checkout, and Cane's will donate 15% of net sales to CHS Interact Club. Thanks for your help.
Thank you to everyone who came out to the club fair last Friday. Hopefully you learned something new about a career. Also, a big thanks to the Interact Club for putting the club fair together.
Here's what's happening on Ag News today. Remember, West Fresno Madera sectional officer applications close April 11th. Make sure you turn them in soon. That's all the Ag News we have for you today, Grizzlies, and we will see you at the barn.
Sports news. Anyone participating in sports today, see your coaches for leave and release times.
Central High School finishes off Women History Month with all the great women that have made a difference in history.
Women's History Month. Do you know that every March, Americans celebrate Women's History Month? For real. Today, we are going to talk about the origins of Women's History Month and why it is so important to celebrate. You have probably heard about famous women in American history like Harriet Tubman and Abigail Adams. But what about Eleanor Dare or Mary Chilton? Eleanor Dare traveled to the Roanoke colony in the year 1587 and most likely gave birth to the first English child born on the North American continent. At age 12, Mary Chilton was so excited to get off the Mayflower that she jumped into the water and waded onto land, making her the first person on the ship to set foot on Plymouth Rock. Neither of these stories were well known until historians discovered the information, which is why knowing women's history is essential. To understand more, let's talk a little bit about world history, with an emphasis on his. For much of the world's history, only males have written and published stories about the past. This is because women were not treated equally to men, nor did they have access to the same opportunities and education. Here is an example. In colonial America, women could not own property or vote in elections. In many places, females were not allowed to go to school, and if they were allowed, they were not often taught the same subjects as males. This is because society at the time believed that women were fundamentally unequal to men, which seems kind of ridiculous when we talk about it today. However, this idea has existed throughout history and is a product of patriarchy. Patriarchy is a system of society or government in which men hold power and women are largely excluded. Where men were taught academic skills like reading, writing, and mathematics, women were taught domestic arts, or how to manage a household. These differences in education maintained the power imbalance between men and women up until modern times. And even today, inequities between genders still exist, which is why it is important that we celebrate Women's History Month. It is a way that we can celebrate the contributions of women, not only today, but throughout history. So, how did the celebration of Women's History Month start? Like many historical movements, a small group of people recognized the shortcomings in learning a male-centered history and decided to do something about it to create change. In March of 1978, a group of educators in Santa Rosa, California, thought that more could be done to further the cause of women's equality and to bring awareness to the significant historical contributions that women have made over the years. They planned a Women's History Week to correspond with International Women's Day on March 8th. By 1980, the movement had spread throughout the country and gained the attention of President Jimmy Carter. After meeting with women's groups, historians, and the National Women's History Project, which is now called the National Women's History Alliance, or NWHA, President Carter proclaimed that the week of March 8th would be National Women's History Week. At the time, President Carter said, "Too often, women were unsung and sometimes their contributions went unnoticed. But the achievements, leadership, courage, strength, and love of the women who built America was as vital as that of the men whose names we know so well." Nice, President Carter. 1 year later, Congress joined with the president by passing a resolution declaring the week of March 8th as the official start of Women's History Week. 7 years later, Congress passed a law authorizing the president to proclaim March as Women's History Month. It has been celebrated that way ever since. Since then, the NWHA has selected a yearly theme for the month. And the rest, as they say, is her story.
Please stand for the flag salute. Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today's weather is sponsored by the last day of March. Today's a high of 65, low of 45, showers and spots. Have a great day and a great week, Grizzlies. The dead springtime joke of the day. Hey, did you see that the ice is melting? Yes, I thaw.
That's all the news today, Grizzlies! And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, X, and TikTok at CentralHS_. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Olivia.
And we will see you later.